Let's talk anime! Hello and welcome to Brandon's Discuss Anime, the Reckless Amoeba production. I am your host, Brandon Horvath, and with me are my co-hosts, Brandon Falinger.
That's a 12. Yes, that's me, I think. What does a 12 get me?
12 gets you a nice thumbs up.
Okay. I guess I'll take it. It could be worse.
And also with us, as usual, Ryan Stokiel.
I'm here. I rolled a 5.
Are we still doing the dice joke from last week?
I mean, can we just make this a staple?
Maybe? I don't know.
I mean, I'm enjoying it.
Hold on, let's see. I rolled a 4. With advantage,
There you go.
11.
So,
I mean, I feel like that's a yes.
So, Brandon, did you hear anything about the Dragon Ball Super movie?
You mean the one that's supposed to be premiering in December, right?
Yes.
That apparently, it's Broly,
Yes, Broly.
and that it's Toriyama's version of Broly. So I'm
Oh.
curious if it's going to be any good.
But didn't Toriyama have any input whatsoever on the movies?
I don't think so. Maybe character design, but that'd be it.
Oh.
He never touched Broly. He never touched Bardock until he made the manga, like, last year, I think. Which, honestly, people don't like as much.
Show me on the doll where Broly touched you.
He touched me there, and then he punched me in the face here.
And then he hit me with a Kamehameha.
Here's what I'm worried about, right? Because people like Broly, but they hate Broly. It's a weird combination, and I think TFS kind of like hit the nail on the head with the way they portrayed it when they did the first movie for Broly, where it's like, Broly looks so cool, but he has the worst possible motivation for
What's
anything.
motivation?
So, back when the planet Vegeta was still around, it was Kakarot crying the entire time and making him, keeping him from sleeping that makes Broly hate Goku.
Oh.
And that hatred just goes on throughout the rest of his life, even though Broly and his dad managed to escape the exploding planet Vegeta. That hatred just stays there.
Okay. And sorry if any audio got through there. I just realized one window was making music and I didn't know about that. So,
I don't
if
think
it
I
was like interestingly timed dramatic music, I'm sorry?
Should have made it louder. It would have been more dramatic. But yeah, like his whole entire purpose for destroying shit is because Goku cried as a baby and made it so Broly couldn't sleep.
That's
That's
why
the entire thing. It's not that, Vegeta's dad really screwed over Broly's dad and tried to Broly was also too strong, right? That was part of the other part. Broly was too strong as a child, so King Vegeta tried to have him and his father killed.
Oh.
But that plays nothing to do in the fact that he just wants to kill Goku, because Goku cried. Literally, the entire time in the abridged movie, it's just Vegeta saying, but he's so cool! But he's such a baby! But he's so cool! It's so bad. It gets better, too, because there's literally 3 Broly movies. And all 3 of them, he has the same goddamn motivation.
I don't think I've ever watched any of those. I probably watched part of them, but
The first one, right? The whole thing is that, the Z Fighters get brought over to this home planet that they're on by Petrus. I think his name is Petrus, which is Broly's father. It's like, we're creating a new planet Vegeta. Please, Prince Vegeta, come and rule over us. And, the rest of the Z Fighters just come along because, well, why the hell not? We need people there to fight. So, that's how Broly ends up finding Goku and all that other shit. Eventually it gets to the point where the planet is destroyed because Petrus wanted Vegeta to die as vengeance, and so he built this new planet Vegeta on a planet that was, destined to be destroyed by a comet. Shit goes down, Z-Fighters get back, next movie starts, Broly apparently somehow survives and landed on the planet Earth, years later. Apparently he was, frozen in, ice or something, and ends up landing on the planet. He sees Goten, who's just a carbon copy of, Kid Goku, and immediately goes on a rampage. Then we get the third one, possibly the worst one, where some human base has gotten the DNA and tried to make a clone of Broly.
Is that Bio Broly?
Yes, it is, where he's just, half Broly, half a mutant piece of, trash. He's half Muck from Pokemon and half Broly.
Oh.
And it's awful. So, yeah. I'm curious to see where Toriyama takes the character. He didn't do a good job, by most people's standards, trying to adapt Bardock, even though Bardock was one of his favorite movies, from what I understand. Instead of making Bardock a badass, he kind of made him into a scientist, which was not what we wanted.
But wasn't Bardock kind of scientist-y?
Not in the movie. Not at all.
Oh, okay.
He was a frontline soldier that was put on the line just to, take over planets.
So
he then got a stupid ability that allowed him to see the future, so he knew Frieza was going to destroy the planet.
So will this Broly movie be a condensed version of the Broly arc from the manga?
I have no idea. Also, I don't even know if the manga had Broly in it. I don't think it did.
So the universe survival arc is done in the manga?
I don't know.
Oh.
Also, Broly is not in that.
No, I meant after the universe survival arc in the manga, will they go into a Broly arc?
Probably not. It's movie. I'm assuming it's still going to be non-canon. So I would assume that, whenever Super picks up again, that's where the manga is going to pick up again. Or potentially even get ahead of the anime.
Which maybe is their idea.
It won't stay ahead since the manga's monthly and the anime would be weekly.
That's right.
So it won't stay ahead.
So
not unless they start cramming more filler in there.
So you were going to talk about a game or two?
Yes. I finished Mario vs. Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which was quite interesting. I might have to get the DLC later. But first, a new game has finally been released, Octopath Traveler. I love this game. It's so good.
What's that about?
Imagine Final Fantasy, OG Final Fantasy pixels, right? Pixel graphics and sprites.
Okay.
Now put that on a Paper Mario kind of world.
Oh.
Where you have that 2.5D kind of look to it. Oh. The style looks really cool. And while the name's kind of a mouthful, the gameplay's really nice. It's got the whole JRPG style to it. And I love it. I played the demo, the 3-hour demo we got to play for free. And now I have the full game because it's been released. I'm loving every second of it. It's great. We get a character, Therion, who, and I'm just going to say this because, when you first start the game, you can go to start with any one of the 8 main characters that you want. Whoever you start with, you can then go around to the starting area for every other character and pick them up as part of your party. You play through their intro sequence and their origin story, and then you have them as a party member and you go along with the rest of it as the story progresses. But I picked Therion as my first one, and he's the thief character, right? He has the ability, outside of battle, he can steal from any NPC. He can steal items from them. He has that. He also has, different skills in, flame magic as well as, dagger and sword skills. So he could fight in that kind of a way. But his story ends up coming around where it's somebody sets him up to try and steal, this really mystical, treasure that this, rich noble family has. And instead, he gets captured by, this butler who's apparently really good at, fighting in general.
Okay.
The butler ends up not quite capturing him, but putting on a bracer that locks to his wrist and basically is a way of it's kind of like an insult to show that you're a thief, you've been caught, this manacle or bracer or whatever it is will show everyone who and what you are. They do that in order to make Therion work for them and in order to recover treasures that were lost. They had, like, I think it was dragon eggs or whatever, like, kind of like the Fabergé eggs that you see from, like, out of Russia, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So they have, like, dragon egg versions of that, essentially. Or at least that's what I got out of it. I haven't gotten far enough in the story to know if that's still the case or not, or if they're actual dragon eggs. But they have names like the ruby egg, the sapphire egg, etc., etc. So the sapphire egg was the one that they still had, but the other 3 had gotten stolen. So what they want Therion to do is recover the other 3. And in return, they'll remove the bracer from him. Then you have, God, I'm going to probably pronounce this wrong, but Hanit, who is a huntress of the forest, right? Her master ends up going off and being hired as like this to hunt down this big thing called, I think, the Red Eye, as I recall. And he says, "Oh man, I'll write to you as often as I can." And it's been like a year, and she only ever got 1 letter from him. And the animal companion that her master took along ends up coming back a year later, basically telling her, "Look, something happened to him." So she ends up leaving the village to go off and figure out what that is, like what happened to him, and maybe help him complete whatever the hunt was he was supposed to take care of. But she has like the ability to capture animals and use them as like summons in the fight and attack with those. So she's got a Pokemon mechanic going on. So the only thing is it's temporary. You only get them for a certain number of attacks, and then they're released. And then the one who I just ran into, which is the cleric character, whose whole thing is like, she was an adoptive daughter of the high priest of the cathedral in the town. And there's a sacred duty that you need to do in order to inherit the title of high priest. And that's to like go around and collect the sacred flame from every single like town in the area, on the continent, or that section of the country. I don't know what it is exactly quite yet. But her thing is that the high priest ends up falling ill, and the actual daughter, like the blood daughter, doesn't want to leave him because he could die at any moment, it seems. So the adopted daughter, Ophelia, decides that she's going to do the whole thing in the blood daughter, Liana's place. Now, I haven't fully finished the origin story for that, so I don't know exactly if that's the case. That would mean Liana herself would have to sacrifice the position of high priest in order to stay by her father during his dying moments. Also, there was a weird marker that showed up at one point, so I don't know if he ended up poisoning the high priest or not. But yeah, that's about as far as I've gotten so far. I don't know about the other 5 characters. I'm enjoying every minute of playing this game.
Ryan, anything on your side?
Yeah. Nope.
Critical fail. I've got nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, since this is a big one as of now, both literally and figuratively, you may have heard of it. Attack.
Hold on.
What?
Nope. I crit. I got a nat 20. I know exactly what we're talking about.
Oh.
You should, because we reviewed this beforehand. Attack on Titan.
Shingeki no Kyojin.
Dun, dun. Giant naked people eating little people.
Ah, see, you're right. No,
Yes. So,
Giant
Ryan,
people eating little people. Bom, bom.
so
That's
besides
the theme song I made for it.
besides giant naked people eating little people, what else do you know about this, Ryan?
Godzilla shows up, right?
Yeah, Mothra.
Giant kaiju fight with titans.
I know it's like I think it's like set in medieval time.
Kind of?
I think. I only watched like a couple episodes, but from what I seen, they used swords and they were on horses. And giant naked lady ate some dude. And they like use grappling hooks to bring them down and whatever they do to the thing.
And then a girl fell in love with a potato.
Yeah.
Potato Girl, best girl.
Yes. Potato
Nobody
Girl.
likes Mikasa. Everybody loves Sasha.
Potato Girl is the best character.
I'm just waiting for the Portal 2 crossover where it's GLaDOS just in the potato talking to her. You must murder them all. Yes, Potato Jesus.
Oh, potato!
Munches on Potato Jesus. So hungry.
I'm completely lost now.
Well, since you only saw a few episodes, and since she's kind of a minor character, you do not know the glory of Potato Girl.
Yes.
Is there an actual potato girl?
Yes.
That's her nickname.
Oh,
Everyone's
okay.
nickname for her is Potato Girl. At least, the fandom, I should say.
Oh,
Not
okay.
so much, in the anime.
I think they only call her Potato Girl once in the anime. In
I
more,
think so, yeah.
more of an insulting way.
Yeah.
But everybody calls her Potato Girl with love.
She's the best.
Yes. She's like the one sunny spot in this darkened forest of an anime.
I was gonna say this nice and she's the nice dry spot in this bloody battlefield.
Yes. Oh, season 3 will probably be starting by the time this episode drops. So,
I know it was coming up. I didn't know the exact date.
July 22nd.
Oh, nice. Perfect timing then.
Yes. Wow, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, we're covering Attack on Titan, seasons 1 and 2 right away.
1 and 2.
Where do we want to start with this?
And first, let's just say season 1 came out in 2013 with
Oh, wow.
with a 4-year hiatus. And then last year, season 2 dropped, season 3 is coming this year, so...
That's why it was so big when the second season came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing that happened with One Punch Man again. It's gonna be that same idea, I think.
Yeah, because I
Where
haven't
it's
heard
we're waiting years for this. Give it to us now.
And is the manga monthly or weekly?
Monthly. But it is way farther ahead.
And since it's monthly, are the size of the chapters larger too?
40 to 50 pages, somewhere in there.
Oh, okay, as compared to a 12, 13 page monthly.
Yeah.
I mean,
As
weekly.
compared to a 15 page weekly is usually about the average, I
Okay.
think.
Should we start off in the beginning when the town gets destroyed by the Titans?
How we have the giant Titan who comes in and is just like, I'ma kick down your doors.
Because this Titan is bigger than most.
The Colossal Titan who's what?
3 times bigger.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's what? What is a regular Titan size about? 6 meters?
20 feet for normal Titans, 60 feet for the Colossal.
I was gonna say, he's 3 times the size of a normal one.
Was he the only Titan to eat his vegetables?
He drank his milk as a boy.
Yeah.
So
I was raised
that,
on the dairy, bitch.
so that is between 3 to 15 meters, with the Colossal being 60 meters. And the problem is, their walls are 50 meters high.
They don't have the
Well-
technology to go any higher.
Well, I mean, the Colossal Titan is one of a kind and they've never run into it before.
Yeah, so they didn't think 50 meters would be any trouble.
They never, look, most of the Titans, like you said, are 20 feet tall.
It's
Alright.
only 10 meters higher, so it's like the neighbor from Home Improvement where you only see the top
Wilson.
of his head.
He just peeks over, Heidi ho there, neighborino.
Yeah.
That was the line.
Heidi ho there, neighbor.
Heidi ho, Al.
No, even better. Heidi ho there, Aaron. Oh god, but no. his height, he's not cut off at like the nose. His chin and stuff is over the top of the wall.
I think part of his shoulders are too, like the tops of his shoulders.
Oh, they might be. I don't remember. It's been a while.
So he can reach over, smash down the wall.
Yes and no. The weak point is the doors, but the material the walls are made out of is much stronger than that.
Oh, the material.
Like, let me put it this way. I've read the manga, so I know way more than the anime has put out so far. Probably even more than what season 3 will put out, if I'm going to guess.
So,
Oh.
what is the actual setting to it? Like what?
The future past? Kind of?
I don't know how much I want to reveal.
Oh, because the time setting is a spoiler too?
Kind of, yes.
Ooh.
Let me put it this way. The technology you see inside the walls isn't the same as the outside.
Oh. Spoilers.
A little bit. But yeah, it looks like from what is inside the walls, I would say that they're probably somewhere around like very early industrial period. Because they do have firearms, but they're more like muzzle loaders rather than like clicking it open, sliding, the shots in the end.
Yeah.
It's more like gunpowder, shove it down the nozzle, and then click the button to fire.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, they have the cannons. They have the vertical maneuver gear, I think it is, right? Or 3D maneuver gear, which has like compressed gas in it and stuff to help them like fly around.
Steam powered.
It says gas. It doesn't really say that it's
Okay.
steam. So I don't know what gas it is. It could just be straight up compressed air. I don't know.
It could be Titan farts.
I mean, they don't have any genitalia, and as far as I'm aware, there are no assholes or Titan poop laying anywhere, so
Okay.
I'm going to assume they can't fart.
But if they could.
But if they
Now,
could,
did they ever run into like I guess if they couldn't fart, they can't poo?
there's no Titan poo as far as I'm aware, or has
Well.
ever been shown.
I think they did that just so they couldn't have them run into a giant pile of shit.
It's not a hentai, guys.
Yeah, but they could have done like a Jurassic Park thing
Oh no, they could have. They didn't.
where like
It seems like the Titans don't have any like digestive. It doesn't seem like there's anything past
doesn't
the
even
stomach.
make sense, man. What the fuck?
You're right, it doesn't really, because I mean, we get the one, like I think it's episode 2, I think, where Eren gets eaten and he's in a stomach.
Is he still alive?
At that point, he is.
Does he like have a light in there and there's just like a family of like crab people?
Actually, the only thing I can think of is like if what the Titan eats basically powers what the Titan does, like fully. Like nothing is left behind, because that's what shit is. Shit is just what the body cannot, use.
Yeah.
So if it's a Titan and it doesn't have a lower digestive tract, I assume it's able to fully utilize every single component it eats.
Maximum. Working at
Maximum efficiency.
Yeah, I'm working at maximum efficiency. It's like, I don't know if you guys ever watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I have not.
Now and
But-
then.
There's a episode where they're drinking energy drinks, and none of them, they've been literally up for like 5 days straight, and none of them gone to the bathroom. And they're like, these drinks are amazing. They're like, we don't have to go to the bathroom at all. We're working at maximum efficiency. Meanwhile, they're just like getting diabetes. Like, I think they all go to the doctor.
Oh my god.
They all have like freaking circles under their eyes and stuff.
Like fried his 100 cups of coffee.
Yeah.
Moving at like sub-light speed. But could we reveal what being eaten does to him?
Being eaten doesn't do this to him.
I mean, but what triggers it?
Yeah, okay, for the first time, yeah.
Yeah.
It turns... Well, actually, we should put this first. Eren, like, we get a time skip, like, I think between episode 2 and 3 or something like that, where Eren's entire, town in the wall is completely overrun by Titans, and he sees his own mother being eaten as she's being carried away.
Mm-hmm.
So then he dedicates himself to the Survey Corps within the military of a city that's enclosed within, like, 3 concentric circles of walls. So he ends up working with the military and joining the Survey Corps, which are the ones that go out to kill the Titans. Like, you have the regular police that are in there from the military, and then you have, like, the Royal Guard for the royal family.
Oh, okay.
So he enters the Survey Corps, which are the ones that are on the front lines dealing with the Titans. And during the new invasion that happens, he goes to try to take down a Titan and save a comrade who was about to be eaten, only to then get eaten himself. Which then decides to trigger one of Eren's abilities, which is he has the ability to become a Titan.
What?
Yep.
Well, that,
So
and
he
he's
just-
fully conscious of it, because it seems like most Titans are just
Explain.
running off of instinct.
So he has all, like, humanity left.
He's able to actually think and do shit.
He can box, kind of, as a Titan.
Does he turn back to normal size then? Or is he...
Yes.
Yes.
The thing is, right, when he becomes a Titan, his normal body is actually in, like, the nape of the neck of the Titan form he has.
Okay.
And when he leaves the Titan form, he comes out of that. And the Titan form just kind of disintegrates over, like, a short period of time.
So he knows about Titans, but he doesn't know how he knows about Titans. Like, he knew the weakness was the nape of the neck, but he's not sure how he knew.
No, he knows. That was from training. Like, that's how the Survey
Oh,
Corps
okay.
know how to kill Titans. Like, they all learn that for whatever reason, and none of them know why, the nape of the neck is the weak point. Cutting into that is the only way to kill them.
Because other than that, they'll just regenerate.
They'll regenerate and they'll just keep coming. Like, you could technically butcher them to the point where they're just like dismembered body parts. But I mean, the head's still gonna try to bite you.
and
And
just...
they'll regrow arms and legs eventually.
Yep,
what?
but when they grow back, they're first baby-sized, and
They're
everybody...
Deadpool sized.
And everybody says, Wade, cross your legs.
Slowly crosses and then uncrosses legs.
Oh my god.
I don't know what's going on.
But yeah, he becomes a Titan, and from there it's kind of like slowly learning how to like master that until we find out that there is another weird ass Titan, a female Titan.
Who you saw, Orion, I think.
Okay.
The giant naked woman.
Yeah. The 50-foot woman.
It was like a sideshow attraction.
Yes.
Is that the name of that movie? The 50-foot woman? The Attack of the 50-foot woman?
Possibly?
Something like that, like back in like the 50s, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember for sure, but it's something like that, I think.
I forget what movie it is. I think it was, oh man.
Attack of
I think
the 50-foot woman.
Dude, Where's My Car, maybe? Where there's a giant lady. There's a movie with Ashton Kutcher in it. And there's a giant lady. And she's wearing a dress. And, the one scene that's like at a mini golf course. This guy and his kid are like running away from the lady. And they're freaking, they run like in between her legs. The kid looks up. And so does the dad. And the dad's just like, nice. And then I think they get stepped on.
Worth it.
I have no idea what movie that's from. I'm pretty sure it's the Ashton Kutcher. Anyway,
Okay.
onward.
Oh god. But yeah, we get to find out about a new weird Titan called that they're enabling the female Titan, because most Titans just, look male. Like, just without the genitalia. So, they end up finding out, in the end, thanks to Armin, one of the other main characters who's apparently, like, super intelligent for the most part, that it's, in fact, one of their own squad mates, Annie Lionheart, or Leonhardt, I think is what it is the name, actually, who's like Eren and able to transform as well, but she's been keeping shit secret.
Mm-hmm.
She's not told anyone, and it seems like she's there for another reason entirely. Once they ended up, like, trapping her, she somehow creates a crystal around her body that nobody can seem to break through.
Hey, how do you describe it? Like, super condensed Titan skin?
Something like that, yeah. There was also the Armored Titan that showed up at the same time as the Colossal Titan, and he has, like, well, as the name suggests, he's got, like, white bone armor on. Like, it seems like it's part of his body. So, whatever Annie was doing that's got clear crystal to it, I don't know. It seems like it's a different ability.
Where do the Titans actually come from?
Outside the walls. That's all you know.
And I bet you know more than we do, because...
Oh, I do. I know much more.
I'm interested in where this series is going.
I'd actually be curious. Actually, I'll ask you at the end then once we finish with this, because I want to know your theories at this point on what the Titans are, because I know what mine were at the time.
I wouldn't even be able to guess.
Like, you have no idea whatsoever where to go with it?
I would say just, like, experiments. Scientific experiments, and some kind of zombie plague. Like, the Titans spread, and I don't... Maybe humans turn into Titans somehow, but then they're brainless, zombie-like Titans?
It's about what I was thinking at the time, yeah. I was thinking it was like a war experiment gone horribly wrong.
Ah.
That was my theory. And, since the only thing left of humanity is what's within the walls, they were the last bastion to be able to protect themselves before it was too late. Or if not, there are other walled cities that they just don't have communication with, one of the two.
That's what I'm also guessing, that there's some walled city out on the other side of the country they're in. But since it's so far, and since technology is so low, they don't really have communication between the two, so there could be, like, more humans rather than in the city.
Yeah, that was where I was going at the time. I was thinking, like, all right, there might be multiple cities and they're just isolated because of the lack of technology to keep them connected. Either technology was far more advanced and it's degraded because of the Titans' attack, or it's been this slow and it's just because there's less humanity to really, like, advance technology, it can't, proceed any more than it's at this point. Like, you've cut down yourself to, like, a handful of a couple thousand inside the walls. So there's less chance of you having someone who can make breakthroughs. It's been more like evolved technology by necessity than evolved technology by, what's the word I'm looking for? Convenience.
And could we say that Eren and Annie aren't really the only ones who can turn into Titans, as we find out near the end of Season 2?
I mean, yes, you can say that. I'm not going to say you can't.
But I won't say who they are.
Well, I mean, you're also forgetting Ymir.
Ah.
Wait, so there's people that could turn into Titans.
Yes, aside from Eren.
And
Who also seem to know far more about it than him.
Like, the other Titans that attack, they are...
The ones that don't transform from human into Titan seem to be just like basic instinct, is what they run on more than anything else.
More like feral, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, feral could be a good word for it. Yep.
And there's one Titan that can talk. And think that was the special ability of that Titan.
It's not?
It's not.
Nope. So which one are you... Actually, hold on. Which one are you talking about?
The talking Titan. I think it was either called the Beast Titan or the Talking Titan.
Was he furred?
Yes.
He is called the Beast Titan.
Okay.
And what were you saying about him again?
That he has the ability to speak.
I mean, that's not the only ability. Like, at the end of, when Ymir ends up leaving at the end of Season 2, she talks to, Krista/Historia. Yes, there's a character that's been living under an assumed name for most of the series as well, by the way.
And is she a lesbian?
I mean, as far as I'm aware, that's never been confirmed nor denied. So, that's up in the air.
Okay, because...
Let your mind wander where it may.
Yeah, because she seems cute, and I'm just like, oh, she could be a lesbian.
And you're just disappointed now.
And then again, she's an animated character, so...
What's it matter?
Hey, man. You do you. I rolled a 1.
Critical failure. Your comforting does not help. It makes
it makes me feel worse!
Maybe want to work on that charisma stat there.
But you don't understand! Oh.
14. Calm the fuck down.
And that may be a running joke now.
Oh, I'll make sure it is. Ymir ends up talking to Historia before she leaves, like apologizing and stuff, for like a couple of lines. So it's not just the Beast Titan that can talk.
Oh, okay, so that may be a Season 3 spoiler for myself.
Not exactly. You're just confirming that there's more than one Titan that can talk at this point, and both of them that can transform. It's not really that far of an expectation to assume that all of them can talk to at least some degree. At least, the ones that can transform. Like, the basic Titans, yeah, probably not.
Because some of the special humans into Titans, they never show the ability of speaking.
Some of them. Granted, Raynor seems to have like a face mask because of that armor, so who knows if he can talk with that on anyway. And as for, what's his name? Bernhold, I think? We don't know. He's never spoken as when he's in his Colossal Titan form. So I don't know. It might just be that certain Titans have vocal cords and certain ones don't. It's hard to say. Because as far as I'm aware, they've never actually gone through and, like, dissected them. But yeah, then we get to see Hanji Zoe, who's, the best character, the science character.
Oh, yes.
Who's just, like, obsessed with science and learning shit. And also completely unknown whether or not it's a male or a female.
I think in the anime, she is confirmed to be female, but in the manga, it's left a little bit more ambiguous.
Yeah. I mean, the name Hanji Zoe kind of makes me jump to female anyway, but yeah. As far as I'm aware, they never come out and outright said it.
Who did her voice? Lisa Ortiz, I think it is, and I know of her from a series that we're going to be doing later, and just the amount of, like, charisma in her voice is so good. Wait, Jessica Cavello. I was confusing her with another voice actress then.
So, yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to add to this, because we kind of just, like, flash forwarded a lot from, like, the intro to the end of Season 2. But is there anything else we want to bring up?
Potato Grill is the best character.
I mean, we've done that already. Is there anything else, like questions that you have made? Like even you, Brandon, if there's questions you have that I may or may not be able to answer.
I don't want to ask any because
I mean, if you ask, and it's something that I feel is spoilery, I'll just say I'm not going to tell you.
Because I really have nothing to say as of now.
Okay. Well, we didn't actually mention that Aaron is something that's called what? The coordinate or the I think it's what? The coordinate, I think it is? That's what they called him?
Yeah.
But it seems like he has the ability to order Titans around now.
Oh, yeah.
Like at the end of season 2, John and Armin had the theory that that's the case. Whether or not it really is, who knows? But it seems to be implied by what was shown. Because he, like, as he's seeing, like, the family friend being eaten in front of him, he tries to stop it, and it doesn't work out right. But yeah, he ends up getting eaten in front of Aaron, and for whatever reason, Aaron can't transform into his Titan form, even though he's like, you need to injure yourself in order to transform into a Titan. So Aaron's like trying to bite his hand off, essentially, to transform, and failing each and every time.
So brings self-mutilation to a, like, good level, and...
Actually, wasn't that what Annie had at one point? Which was like a ring that had like a little knife in it.
Yeah.
That she used to cut herself to trigger it.
And I'm just thinking, how hard is Aaron biting himself to, like, tear off skin and draw blood?
Pretty damn hard. He's trying to. He sees, like, the family friend end up getting eaten. And then he, like, after a pep talk from Mikasa, tries to, like, throw a punch at the Titan, even though the Titan's just reaching out to grab him. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a bunch of Titans that were off behind them start rushing the one that was attacking Aaron.
And it also seems that it's all emotional. He needs to be in some, like, not full-on anger, but a calm anger.
Potentially. It's weird, right? It seems like it's one of those things where he needs to be in the right frame of mind in general. Like, it could have been, again, one of those things, like, when he first transformed, he needed some kind of trigger to really activate it. You know, kind of like, you gotta get Super Saiyan 1, you gotta get real mad.
It's kind of like that, where he turned into the gorilla, the giant monkey.
Well, I mean, that one needs the moon. You need a full moon for that.
And that's just like werewolf.
Yeah, it's essentially giant monkey werewolf thing. But in Attack on Titan, it seems to be like some kind of, I don't know. Like, when it comes to transforming into a Titan itself, you need to injure yourself and want it to happen. Or in Aaron's case, when it first happens, it was the will to live that triggered it, as well as like his injury. In the case of this one, it also seemed to be the will to live to a degree. As he was trying to fight back against another Titan trying to eat him.
Why are Titans, like, inside out? Like, don't they have, like, their muscles showing?
Yes.
That's only the Colossal Titan, I believe. And I think that's just because of, like, the temperature he's at. Because he's at extreme temperatures. Like, if you remember, Brandon, he's got no skin, it seems like, but he's, like, exuding shit tons of steam from his body.
Yeah.
So I think it's so that, that steam can escape. Because if he had skin on, it would build up in there and eventually just rupture the skin from the inside out.
He's just constantly eating hot wings.
He's constantly exuding steam. You know, he eats something spicy, there's steam flying out of his ears. Man, that buffalo I just ate with that hot sauce on it sure did a number on me.
Boy, that buffalo was sure wild.
If only it had some wings on it.
This episode is not sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings. Please sponsor us. Please, somebody.
Whoa. I want my Arby's sponsorship first. Let's not beat around the bush here.
Alright, Aaron.
Arby's.
No, that's Wendy's. Crap.
Yeah, you're looking at the wrong one.
Critical fail.
I actually rolled a 19.
Yeah, and you said Arby's. You didn't say Wendy's. Therefore, you were correct.
I like Arby's. They have the best fast food mozzarella sticks in the game.
Not saying much since there aren't that many fast food mozzarella sticks to go around as it is, but yes, you're correct.
Closest to what you get at a Italian place.
Actually, wait, what was it? It was McDonald's that had like mozzarella sticks at one point?
Burger King.
Was it Burger King?
Yeah. Theirs were like...
I remember
not too
trying
bad,
them, and it was
but-
like, it kind of tastes like cardboard wrapped around cheese.
Yeah.
And I was just disappointed by it. But yeah, anyway, back to the anime. The Titan now has the Arby's hat on.
Horsey sauce. They just
Picks
put
up a
horsey
horse.
sauce.
No. The Titan picks up a horse and just squeezes it and says horsey sauce. God damn it. Can we get back on track now?
We can if you want to.
I don't think there's anything else to really say, since you don't have any other theories going on in your head. There was also the revelation that inside the walls, there are large titans as well.
So the walls are made from titans.
Yes.
Hmm.
So, we have that mystery to figure out what the fuck's happening with.
And how they got in the walls.
I mean, I know.
We're
But
in the
you people
walls. It's
There's
almost
also,
like the Great Wall of China, but with titans.
Maybe. Except it's all white and not gray. But there's also the mystery of Aaron's father's journals.
Journal 1, Journal 2, and Journal 3.
The basement, and whatever the hell's in that basement.
It's a portal to another dimension.
It's just Rick drinking alcohol in there. Hey guys, what's up?
What?
Oh, Rick,
like
I don't
that.
think we should be here, Rick. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez, Rick. Oh, no.
There's titans everywhere, Rick. I don't like this.
It could be like that Goosebumps book, Don't Go in the Basement, where the dad's a plant monster.
Oh god, yeah, that one. I remember that one.
His dad could be a plant monster.
There's going to be a Goosebumps sequel out this Halloween.
Yeah, so
How is there a Goosebumps sequel?
I never watched the first one. I just watched a Jungle Book movie. Only
What's
saying
it?
that because Jack Black is in that.
Who
Was
is he? Is he blue?
In what?
Jungle Book. Oh, you're thinking of Jumanji.
Jumanji. Did I say Jungle Book?
Yes, you
Yes,
did.
you did.
All right. That's Jumanji.
Shows you how well those series, blend together.
Yeah, there's Jungle. That's like being movie racist. There's jungle in those movies. They're all the same. They're all the same. Can't tell the difference between Rambo, Jumanji, or Jungle Book.
And Predator.
And Predator.
Man, the movie fanatics are going to kill you, especially if you start saying that all Marvel movies are the same. Superhero gets superpowers, superhero beats bad guy, boom, done.
Boom, done. That's how the movies get made. Boom,
Superhero
done.
also goes through potentially maybe moral quandary, who knows, done.
Overcomes, done.
Hopefully for our upcoming movie podcast, we'll have a few superhero movies.
We'll find out, I don't know.
Maybe we will, maybe we won't.
Look, alright, we'll hardly have to come up with the superhero names.
Yes. Either that, or we could pull one from some superhero archive.
Potentially.
I know
All right.
there's a public domain, I think it's public domain superhero.com or something, that has an archive of... Oh wait, what was that dumb one? It's like Amazing Man. He has strength, speed, and the ability to turn into a green mist.
Can't we just have Meltman, who has the ability to melt?
Or the Flash, who's super strong and super naked.
Can we get a reboot of Kablam? I love that series.
Please.
Series is so good.
I just like the Cat brothers. Or the
Oh,
hamsters.
who were they?
But
I know.
Prometheus and Bob, though.
Yes, yes.
God,
Hero.
we're showing our age, people.
Yes, we
Hero.
are.
Or when they're trying, the I forget the name of those, the two cat brothers or hamsters, or whatever the fuck they were.
Yeah, I
Or they're-
remember. It's like they were like some kind of like Italian dishes, I think.
They're eating, they're like eating the cereal to get parts to make the spaceship Shapiro,
Oh,
they just eat-
yes.
and they're just like Shapiro.
Shapiro.
Just playing
Watch
with-
B10. Yes.
Back to
Yeah.
Attack on Titan. Is there anything else you want to mention? 'Cause
No.
Sounds-
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I was saying, Aaron's father, never allowed Aaron in the basement, and apparently at some point before Aaron got to the Survey Corps, his father told him that, there was a secret he needed to find in the basement.
A suitcase of dildos.
Also, we never see Aaron's father again, so we don't know what the hell happened to him.
Maybe he turned
Well-
into a Titan.
Well, you people don't know. I know what happened to him. I know exactly what happened.
Oh.
I know exactly how it all went down, man. I know
What?
where he is and what he did.
He went to go get a pack of cigarettes.
Also, we do get that last
Oh,
shot of the Beast
yeah.
Titan in Attack on the last season, right? Where there's a guy standing on his shoulder.
I think he came out of the Beast Titan.
Either that or he's an ally, one of the two.
So,
I know who that is, too.
so this series is amazing, and I'll be sure to watch season 3.
It's very dark. Enjoy the bloodshed.
And make it.
Okay. I don't really have a teaser for next time because I don't really know what's coming up next week.
I don't remember either.
Due to our pause between seasons 2 and 3, we kind of lost track of things. Possibly giant robots? Maybe?
Grab people.
I got
Maybe.
a 3, so I'm
Oh,
gonna take a wild guess and say that it's some horse anime.
oh, no. Due to Fooly Cooley 2 ending, we're going to be covering that, so,
Oh yeah, I get to binge it.
yep.
Coolie. Oh, Rudy.
Fooly Cooley season 2.
Yep, that's a 14. I know what Fooly Cooley is.
Yes. Okay, so until then, later.
That's a 7, so, yeah, later? I guess? It's ending, right?
Yes.
I rolled a
can't tell.
14. See you guys later. Live, laugh, and love.